Hello, Sleep Number. So years ago, I read this line that said, "It is only by finding your function and fulfilling it that you can escape from littleness." I love that line. It's only by finding your purpose and fulfilling it that we all play bigger. We all lead and communicate differently in our lives. And so my question to you is, what is your purpose? And I know that is a bold question that a lot of people struggle to sometimes answer. I coach people just like you every day, and a lot of times leaders will come to me and they want to play bigger or they want to have more confidence, but they sometimes just don't know where to start. And I am a believer that communicating with more confidence, playing bigger in our lives, all starts by getting clear about who we already are and what our purpose is. Purpose gives us more drive in our life to get up and do the things that we say are meaningful to us. It gives us focus on how to make decisions that align with who we already are. And it helps build our confidence because we have a clearer sense of what we stand for. And we stand firm and accept the rewards and the consequences of the decisions we make. Purpose is not about having all the answers or having it all together. In fact, it's often people that have been through both sides, had successes, but also had failures and struggled. And they've taken everything they've been through in their life now to help other people. That is purpose. And so in the next few minutes, I want to give you an exercise that you can either do by yourself or with your team on how to discover and articulate your purpose. And I hope in the process, maybe challenges you to think just a little bit differently about who you already are. So when I'm coaching clients, one of the questions I often ask is, who are you? And I cannot begin to tell you how many people, when I first start asking that question, they always start off with a title. I'm a mom, I'm a dad, I'm a CEO, I'm a director, I'm an athlete. It doesn't matter. And what happens is when you define yourself by just a title, I do think we play smaller in our lives. And more importantly, there's something more dangerous with that. Because when we define ourselves by external things, whether it's money, trophies, awards, or titles, we put all of our self-worth, our success, our purpose in other people's hands and things that are out of our control. So who are you when your kids go off to college and they're no longer there with you and you don't feel like the mom or the dad that you were? What happens when the organization goes through a reorganization and you get laid off? What happens if a relationship falls apart and you're no longer with the person that you thought you were going to be with? And all of a sudden, if you put your purpose in that as the title, you're like, who am I now? And so there's a great line that says, success is an inside job. I want you to think about the word or the phrase that would summarize your entire life up to this point. So here's what I mean by that. If I was sitting down with you and I had a chance to see this one word or this one phrase, and if I saw it, would it help me understand everything that you've had to go through and what it's been like to have experienced your life? You're taking the good stuff, all the bad stuff, the trauma, the negativity, the failures, all the rewards and the accolades and the trophies and the successes. You're taking all of it and you're putting it there right on the table, and you're going to say, my entire life, if I had to choose a word or a phrase that would give people insight to what it's been like to live my life, this would be the word or phrase. What is that for you? And here's the good news. It's going to be different for everyone. This is how we get to authentic purpose and authentic leadership. I've coached people who said, Justin, my word is resiliency. It's overcomer. It's love. It's fear. It's gratitude. It's about serving. Mine is the power of words, which I'll go over with you later. What is your word or your phrase that if people saw this, they might even be surprised, but they would have an insight into what it's been like to live your life? Once you have that, that's the most important part. So take your time, think about what that word or phrase is for you. And then I want you to write this formula down for your purpose. The formula is how plus who plus impact. And that's the formula that I wrote about in my book, Bold New You, but it's the formula that I teach people about how to articulate their purpose. So under the word who, today we're all going to use the word people. That's who we want to serve when we live out our purpose. And I think all of us, we live it out in every part of our lives. That's why purpose is purpose. We live it out. So we're going to put people under the word who. Under how is, how are you going to live your purpose out? Now this word has to be a verb. So you might say, I want to motivate people. I want to teach people. I want to help people. I want to empower people. I want to challenge people. So what verb would just resonates with you to go there? Now, this is the fun part. You take the theme that you said, in my life, the theme about what it's been like to have experienced or lived my life is this. That goes at the end under impact. So if you said resiliency has been my theme, you might say that your purpose is, I want to teach people how to be resilient in life. You could say it differently. You could say, I want to challenge people to overcome anything they go through. I want to show people the power of resiliency. Someone else might say that their theme is heartache. I want to teach people that there's life after heartache. I want to empower people to overcome their heartache and go after the love they deserve. What is that for you? My purpose is to empower people to make their voice and presence matter. Not because I have it all together. I don't. I have screwed it up a lot. I've gotten it wrong. And I've also gotten it right some. And hopefully I get it right way more often now than I used to. But it's my ability to take all of that experience together now to say everything that I do, whether it's having my own business or not, that I get to empower people to make their voice and presence matter. I coached an executive who said that her word was fear because she saw her father make a lot of decisions in his life out of fear and never live up to his full potential. And it really impacted her. And so her theme was all around, I want to teach people that you don't have to live out of fear. I want to empower people to overcome fear in their life, whatever that is. And so what is your theme? And how can you use that formula to actually articulate your purpose? All right, sleep number. So once you write down your purpose statement, I want you to look at it. And if it doesn't make you feel excited, then it's not right. You should be able to look at that thing and say, yes, that is what I stand for. Yes, that takes everything that I've been through in my life and uses it for something meaningful. And once you feel that feeling, I want you to be able to answer 3 questions about your purpose statement. Question number 1 is, how does this purpose statement challenge me to think differently about myself? How does this purpose challenge me to think differently about myself? Number 2, how does this purpose require me to show up differently if I was really living it out? So how does this purpose statement require me to show up differently if I was really living it out? And the third one, how does my purpose statement connect to the organization's purpose statement? So how does my purpose statement connect to Sleep Number's mission? And I want you to know they always connect. And that's the beautiful part. I hope that after doing this exercise, you're able to say, yes, Sleep Number's mission is to change people's lives in the way that they sleep so they show up differently in all parts of their life. And if I just live my purpose out every day that I walk in, you're going to be able to better serve Sleep Number in the process. Mark Twain said, the 2 most important days of your life are the day that you were born and the day that you find out why. I hope today just gets you a little closer to understanding your why. Being able to answer that question about what is my purpose, it's bold. I think it takes an infinite mindset to not only be able to articulate it, but be able to live it out. But when we do, I think we lead, love, communicate better in all of our lives. So I hope you will leave here. I hope you will share your purpose statement with someone that you really care about, and I hope you'll live it out more in your day-to-day life. You're worth that choice.